What's up, guys? It's your boy Cameron here on my clean, static-free floor. Back with, well, what I'm hoping to be my new favorite series, my Dell gaming PC build. Now, I'm here with my 3020 Slim, along with the front fascia, all the cords and stuff like that. The old motherboard, which was bad. This is all the parts that I have to build this computer by myself here tonight. Obviously, all the cords already ran because the PC was, the motherboard was just pulled out of this to hopefully see if nothing but a quick swap, quote unquote, would fix it. And right here, I've not opened it yet. All the stuff is out of the box but not been opened. We have a replacement 4th gen motherboard. And I want to go ahead and say that I'm trying to be extra careful. I've never built a gaming computer, but I disassembled this one, so surely it should be pretty similar. So, first thing I want to do is I want to look at all the pins, make sure none of the pins are bent. Everything else looks pretty good. So let's get started with what I think is going to be the hardest part, which is going to be putting the CPU on. So this is a 4th gen processor. It is a, whoop, I almost dropped it there. It is a Intel 4785T, completely brand new. Supposed to be overclockable pretty high. So yeah, let me find. So the way you put these in is, if you can see right here's a little arrow, and then if you look on the actual motherboard, there's an arrow right here and right here, which signifies that's where you drop it in. And you shouldn't have to put pressure on it, but some people do. And like that, processor is in, firmly seated. Probably shouldn't have touched it with my bare hand. RAM's always the hardest thing to get out of the packaging. I bought one for right now to hold me over, a Crucial 16 gigabyte single stick. It's not the fastest stick in the world. I think it's only 1600 megahertz. But when you're putting RAM in, put your fingers on both sides and gently press down till you hear it click and it's even on both sides. There's the RAM in. Next, before we slide the whatever on, I have a MSI graphics card, which is gonna go politely right here. RGB fan, which is cool. Set it in front of you guys so you guys can kind of see. But you can probably see my fingerprint too on top there. Just tiny little fan. But see, worst case scenario, I just put it like right there, you know, and rubber band it around real tight. Okay, so here's this. Now for the true test of whether or not I dropped $15 on a motherboard and it was worth it. I should probably take the GPU back off, just in case. No, it'll be fine, screw it. Do it. Do it. See, it's not fitting around the power board, or not power board, but around the power supply. Let me try it from this direction. I may need to pull them. There we go. And it's in, almost on. The holes are not lining up like for the actual. Oh, there we go. I just had to push down. Yes. Good old-fashioned American technology. Okay. Now to remember where everything goes. It just says front audio, odd F1. If that does not turn on, then I'll try to mess with the pins to get it to turn on. But until then, maybe the worst time to put that in, but it's going in anyways. So I'm screwing it down after getting everything plugged in. Okay, now with all that in there, should look something like this. Now for the rigged up part where I take the fan and I As long as it keeps it on there, right? And we'll put it on there like this, which means that now is, in my opinion, the scariest part, the thermal paste. I don't know how much is enough. I don't know how much is too much, but that's how much, maybe a little bit more I'm gonna put on mine. Well, don't need plastic on there, that's for sure. Okay, I used like 2/3 of the tube. So now it should be, getting it on will be the hard part. While I take this screw gun attachment to screw on the fan. Now I'm not sure how you install a cooler fan. I might be doing this 100% wrong, but if working on cars has taught me anything, it's when in doubt, star pattern it out. For right now, that's how I'm gonna do it, is I'm just gonna try a basic star pattern, and I'm gonna get it a little tight with my little wrench here in case I need to. It is a 1/4 wrench, if you guys are wondering, and I just broke the rubber band that was holding my fan on. Nice. I'm gonna tighten it down just as much as I feel comfortable doing. That's pretty sturdily on there. Is that not at all what that goes to? I mean, right here. Something I also realized is that the optical drive is gonna have to go right here on top of the, where's my parts? On top of the 1 terabyte SSD. So let's plug in the SSD first. I know it's not M.2, sorry, I'm poor. And I bought a basic 4th gen board. I'm gonna assume that blue goes to blue on these boards. So that's gonna go like this. Perfect. It's so tight. The jokes just write themselves, Cameron. Now, after several minutes of careful computer building, which, can I just break that? I'm just gonna break that. Perfecto. This makes me want to have, like, children. I think children would be easier than building a fucking Dell computer. Y'all see the builds come together. The builds completely come together. Oh, this is insane. Imagine all the cool temps I'm going to get out of that. I've got some 15-pound double-sided tape. Now, this is just supposed to be a quick little ghetto build. But I've got some 15-pound double-sided tape I'm going to run like that. Okay, now the hard part is getting it up onto the thing, hooked up, and then starting and BIOSing it. So, update guys, the PC would not boot, and I could not figure out why until eventually I looked on the old motherboard and saw that there is a RAM 1 and 2 slot. Switched the slots. Turns out the DDR3L is not compatible with DDR3. Plugged my DDR3 from it back in, so I'm on 8 gigabytes instead of 16, and it fired right up. So I got it to work. I just played some CS and some Unturned. I'm still maxing out on this one, even with that CPU, about the same FPS as I was maxing out on my dad's Dell, which is about the 150 range, which sucks. But I am looking at getting another graphics card because, in my opinion, I think not a newer, but a more powerful graphics card would fix that. The one that's in it is just a basic little MSI. It's a 600 megahertz graphics card, so I figured if I go and I get a 15 to 1600 GTX 1060 or 1070, it would work out great. But yeah, that's the next upgrade coming, would be graphics card. I would like to buy RAM that would work with it, but hopefully the RGB ones come in and look good. Also, I'm going to try to figure out how to get the RGB fan plugged up and working. But anyways, guys, in all seriousness, it's been your boy Cameron. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see y'all in part 3, where I'll be putting one of these in that small thing. But before I go, y'all need to check out this fitment. I mean, look at how far the radiator part of the cooler sticks out. Like,